Hey, welcome to another episode of Killing It in Your Live Performance in 5 minutes or less. I'm going to try to make this quick, but I wanted to address something that's been coming up recently in regard to what's the point of you guys, of a live performer changing the arrangement of the recorded song they've done. I worked for a company here in town for a few years, working with the artists that they were developing. I was one person who, I worked on the live music performance part of their development. And someone in a higher up place in the company asked me or said to me, I don't think you need to change the arrangements on these songs. The songwriter might not like it. Why are you doing this? You don't need to do that. And there's a little part of me that wants to say, the audience doesn't really care what the songwriter thinks in the moment. What they care about is being affected by the performance from the artist. Why do you change the arrangement? Because oftentimes, if you keep doing songs just like they've been recorded, it's going to feel like to the audience in not too long, few songs, like, oh, they're just doing this same thing over and over. Once again, audiences are not tied to the way you did it. They don't even know a lot of the times because, most artists are still developing their following and most of their audiences don't know their music if you're an original music artist. So the point is that what you bring them on the stage, that's the thing that's going to move them, not the perfect version of it that was recorded. Now, if you're singing with tracks, I highly suggest you think about rearranging the recorded version. Like, go back in, have your producer or me. I do this all the time. I work with artists and I take their tracks and I rearrange the tracks as best we can. Sometimes I have access to the original studio stems and I can really do a lot of great things with the track. But the point is why do you change it? Well, you change it because you can create a moment better with the song arrangement to fit the moment you're trying to create for the audience to engage in. So that answers, I hope, the question. In other words, if you do an up-tempo song and it's just like the mid-tempo song and it's just like the slow-tempo song in terms of here it comes, intro, verse, chorus, intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus out. And you've done that to some degree in the recording because the producer is trying to get you radio airplay on all of your songs. That format is going to start to feel very similar from song to song to the audience. They're not going to get what's special about this song. What's cool about this fast tempoed song that I need to make a moment out of? You're asking yourself that because you want them to connect to each and every song visually, musically, even in your verbiage, the things you're going to say in between songs. It's going to help set that experience up, that moment up for that audience. I worked with an artist a few months ago, and she was younger and talented, a massively talented artist. But here's the deal. The guy who ran this company, it was a number of people, actually, not one guy, but he wanted to say it's more important to focus on their movement. They've got to look like really good on stage and move right. Well, the problem was, I go back to this artist I worked with a couple of months ago, and she didn't want to move. She wanted to know, why do I need to move? And I had to tell her that it's for the moment. You're going to create movement that's going to match up with the song energy and the arrangement, so that when you move, there's purpose, there's reason behind it. And that's the problem. If you do your songs as the recorded version, every single one right after another, then your movement isn't based on the song. It's based on you doing something you think the audience is going to look at you with. Whereas with people who don't like to move to start with, they got to have a reason. An artist has to go, why am I doing this? Or maybe they don't. And if they're not aware of the fact that the audience is connecting to who they are and their movement is part of who they are, they have to have a reason. And the reason that the movement occurs is based on the arrangement. It's not just because you're moving, and that's the problem. How many shows have you been to? I'm looking online. I'm watching videos. I'm watching worship teams. I'm watching artists, and they're doing move up, move back, move up, move back. It's like, what? Why are we doing this, folks? There's nothing change. There's no specific point to the movement. So movement for movement's sake is pointless, and it'll wear off really quick. You'll end up doing the same thing over and over. So don't want to be a downer, just want to say there's a reason why we rearrange your songs for your live performance. And it's tied to movement, and it's tied to creating moments. It's tied to creating that experience for the audience that moves them into that place of understanding who you are, what you're about. Why would they like you? Why would they fall in love with you? Why would they want to buy your merch at the end of the show? Well, it's because they begin to find out who you are by what you do, by what they hear and what they see. And just real quickly again, those percentages of communication that the audience understands from the artist, it's what? Do you guys remember? It's 15% of it. Only 15% is the content, the song, the lyrics, the melody line. 30% is the tone or emotion that's delivered with. But 55%, over half of it, is what they see. But if what they see looks the same, song after song, then they're going to check out pretty quickly. So your rearranging your song is tied to creating movement that actually makes sense and creates that moment. Well, there you go. Hopefully I did this in 5 minutes or less, like I said. But looking forward to catching up with you again. I'll be posting another one soon. If you're seeing this on YouTube, please do click on the like button and follow me, subscribe. I'll be putting new stuff up, and it lets you know when it's there. All right, have a good one. See you guys. Bye-bye.